Hi everyone. Today let us learn about globe, latitudes and longitudes. So you all know that we can't hold our earth in our hands. Is it possible for us? Can we hold the earth? So it is not possible. So for this reason our geologists and meteorologists who want to study about the earth, they created a small structure of the earth. So we can see this a small globe. I think you might have all seen in your schools this type of globe, yes or not? So this is a small miniature structure. So earth is very big. So which we can't hold in our hands. So we have made a small miniature size. It may differ somewhat large based on the thing which we buy. So using this we study about the globe. This globe shows the countries, continent, rivers and some important parts. So let us see how to study and how to locate a place using the globe. So for this we need you can rotate this globe using this axis. For instance, I will show you my small ball which I have prepared for you. This is a small my globe. So a globe will be in blue color. Since I didn't find, please adjust with this. So this is a globe. So in the north, I have pointed here as north. So the upper side of this is north and this side is southern direction. So on both sides we have some axis by which you can rotate the earth. So this ball is rotating, you can see, isn't it? So this is the northern axis and this is the southern axis. So you know this is north and this is south. Based on that only the name has come as northern axis and southern axis, north axis or south axis in short you can call it. So this is a ball where you all have seen in your schools. I think from your third, fourth standards your social teacher might have explained you taking a small globe in our hand. On that let us see how do we locate a place. To locate a place, we need to study about the earth and what are the important things. First of all, let us study what is a latitude. What are latitudes? So you all know there is an imaginary line drawn along the earth. So you can't go and sit on the earth in the universe, isn't it? So let us see with using this ball. So we are drawing an imaginary line. Imaginary line means it is not drawn here. It is just we are imagining. So there is an imaginary line like this. This is drawn along the earth's axis. So when we draw this line, it divides the earth exactly into two halves. This imaginary line, parallel lines, are called as latitudes. So what are they called? Latitude. They are parallel lines drawn across the earth. You can see here they are parallelly going. So this is a 0 degree latitude. So 0 degree latitude is called as equator. Why the name has come as equator is, see if you see this, you can see this line, it is exactly dividing the globe into two parts, that is north part and south part. So it is exactly dividing the earth or globe into two halves. So that is why it is called as equator. So this is northern hemisphere, this is southern hemisphere. I have pointed it as north, so this side is the north part. So this is northern hemisphere and this is southern hemisphere. So along with this equator, there are some more parallel lines. See, this is a equator. When you go towards the north, we find some more parallel lines. So they are called as, each parallel line is named in different way. So this 23.5 degrees south, 23.5 degree north. So 23.5 degree north is called as Tropic of Cancer. So 23.5 degrees south is called as Tropic of Capricorn. In the same manner, 66.5 degree and 90 degrees we find it. So this is 90 degrees latitude. So 90 degrees north latitude, 90 degrees south latitude. So here you can see 0 degree, 23.5, 66.5 and 90 degree. So this is the 90 degree north pole and 90 degree south pole. Can you see? Yes. Isn't it? These are parallelly drawn across the globe. These are all imaginary lines. Nothing is original line. This is only imaginary line. Since we want to study about the places, our geologists and meteorologists have done this type. So, based on the division of the degrees, the Earth is divided into different zones. Okay, this is called as Arctic Circle. This is Antarctic Circle. This is temperate zone. Here you can see the middle one is, and this is tropical zone. So why we use latitude? Latitudes divide the Earth into some parts, so that based on this we can go on to calculate where our place falls. The second one is, what are longitudes? Longitudes are also imaginary lines. They are drawn from north to south. So these are the, I will show you. So these are the imaginary lines drawn from the north pole to south pole. So you can see these longitudes, they are divided equally, but when they come to the equator, they bulge a little. They cut the equator like 90 degrees. If you see these lines, you can see here the lines, when they come to the center, they bulge little bit. So you can see these are also imaginary lines drawn across the Earth. So these longitudes, it can be seen like this. So then, when these latitudes and longitudes both meet together, they form a grid. Grid is the, you can see the small square type of, here, they form a grid. Based on this grid, we are going to locate a place. So then from this, suppose this is 23.5 north latitude, and longitude is calculated first from 0 degree. 0 degree prime meridian. So how it goes is from east to west. So all the people have agreed that let us calculate the 0 meridian, that is the prime meridian it is called, at Greenwich. So from there, the movements from east to west, you know, Earth moves from west to east, so it is calculated from east to west. So based like this, they calculate the distance. So here you find this. So the reason where it is falling is calculated. So on this basis, we locate a place. So for locating a place, we need latitudes and longitudes. So based on these latitudes and longitudes, the Earth is divided into 3 zones. What are the zones? Let us see. So you all know sun's rays, isn't it? Sun's rays are how hot we can feel. So based on the sun's rays, the zones are being divided. So here you can see the sun's rays falling on the Earth, in the middle of the Earth, are very strong. So because they are falling strong, this region is completely, this region you can see here, this region is completely very hot. So this is called as torrid zone, or you can say tropical belt. So then when the sun's rays move, these move a little bit slantingly. You see, it goes like this, slanting. So when the slantingness is there, you can do this experiment at home also. you take a ball, you can project a light on it. If you project a light on that, you can see the light here pierces very, very intensely. When it reaches to the end, it decreases. So, based on the slantiness, the rays falling on the earth, here, this region, that is 23 degrees towards the north and 23 degrees to 66 degrees. This is temperate zone. Then, when you go to the polar regions, the sun's rays fall very, very slantingly. It cannot be seen at all. So, that is why those are called as frigid zones. Frigid zone, where you find more snow. Switzerland is there. You know, very cold place in the, it's very, very frigid. Frigid is nothing but where the snow is more. So, based on the sun's rays, the zones are being divided into three. Number 1 is torrid, number 2 is temperate, and number 3 is frigid zones. So, based on this prime meridian and latitudes and longitudes, we locate a place. This is about globe latitudes and longitudes. I can show you the picture how a globe, when it is divided, see, you can see the longitudes and the latitudes. Based on this, see here the equator is passing through the map. So, based on this, you calculate and locate the place. You can go through your atlas once, and if you have any doubts, you can ping me. Hope you all understood about globe latitudes and longitudes. Thank you very much.